blame, you net it.
I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then a middle piece. Gotta get myself a bag before the bull run. Gotta take some Misha, stick it in the bullroom. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then a middle piece. Gotta get myself a bag before the bull run. Gotta take some Misha, stick it in the bullroom. E-pop got me waiting 3 more hours. Stacking all these years higher than a tower. Having all these loans feel like superpowers. Investing all this bread, never been a coward. Call me Mr. Bond, money in the vault. I stay in the farm, feeling like the goal. Don't worry about the haters, got the detonator. I'll kill in every market, call me Terminator. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then a metal piece. Gotta get myself a bag before the bull run. Gotta take some Misha, stick it in the ballroom. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then a middle piece. Gotta get myself a bag before the bull run. Gotta take some Misha, stick it in the ballroom.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to EMP.Money. My name is AJ, I'm the team lead here, and this is our daily live AMA and giveaway events. We did miss our giveaway yesterday, so we're going to be having a double giveaway at the end of the stream today. So, welcome, everybody. Again, we're a little bit more on time today. We've been trying to stay a little more punctual, and again, not make these AMAs carry on forever and ever, but the last 2 of them were absolute diamonds. I mean, go back and listen to the AMA from yesterday. There was a lot of great alpha towards the end of that, and the day before that was just a great overall discussion on crypto as a whole, our financial markets that we're living in, and how crypto, can have the potential to change the world forever. So, all that being said, today's AMA is going to be a little bit more cut and dry. And as always, I'm joined by both team members, LA and Bull Gates. How are you guys today?
We're both perma bulls here, but I don't want to speak for LA, but I'm pretty certain she is as well.
No doubt. Yes. I know LA's been really hard working on some awesome stuff behind the scenes. We all have, but later this week we'll be rolling out some more marketing and all kinds of stuff. So we've all been super busy. But all that being said, there are a few things I want to go over. The first on my list today is the eShare pool. We did, for those of you that haven't heard, we have launched a new single staking eShare pool in our farm. So the APR there is still absolutely phenomenal. It's been between 0.5 and 0.6 APR daily, which again, in the current market condition and market landscape, is just unheard of. So if you have eShare, that's a great place to put it. If you don't have eShare, again, not financial advice, but might be a great way to accumulate eShare at the absolute bottom and earn while it's in there. So you do have to lock it up for about 21 days. If you compound or deposit again, the timer resets, but you are able to withdraw your earnings from that, on a whatever schedule you would like without extending the lockup. But again, it's a great way to further reduce the circulating supply of eShare, as well as giving everybody an opportunity to earn again through, we always say we want people to earn more by holding their assets than selling them. So again, if you're earning eShare from your NFTs or in the farms, it's a great place to put it where you can actually earn more eShare without having to sell it. So, and again, not financial advice, just a lot of ways to play the game, so to speak. And we did have some questions I wanted to clarify on that APR in that farm. So some of you have said you think that that APR might be a little misleading. And yeah, I mean, APR is calculated on a yearly return. And because the APR is variable, it could go up, it could go down. It's going to be really hard to determine, what you're going to earn in that pool unless you actually have funds in the pool. And again, I mean, we've looked at the code, everything is correct. Another thing that we're doing, which again will affect the APR, is we are manually inputting more e-shares into that pool. And so because we're transferring it from our reserves, it's not like based on code that's like putting a little bit of e-share every single day into that pool. Um, that could make it spike. And when that e-share goes in, it could make the APR spike up, and again, cause the APR to be, a bit different than what you're actually getting. But I mean, based on all our calculations, the APR is what it is. All the numbers are correct. And again, just an amazing opportunity to earn in a pool like that. So, Bull or LA, anything you want to add to the eShare pool or any other questions you may have seen about the eShare pool?
No, I think that pretty much sums it up really nicely. It's being fed by code and manual.
Totally.
Just like you said, it's always impossible to calculate APR because you don't know exactly what people are doing in the future. But know that like that pool is clearly very profitable in comparison to really anything else in DeFi. And if you just look at that the comment that like LA made that Stinky Beans had posted about like the exposure to ETH and it being the best ETH play on BNB Chain. Well, if we look at the APR on the eShare pool, well, if the ETH play is the best on BNB Chain and the eShare single staking farm has better returns, well, it's probably pretty obvious that that's the best BNB play on BNB Chain as well. So.
Yeah, no, absolutely, Bill. And you also brought up a great point that I didn't mention. And yeah, I mean, it depends on APR is also really hard to calculate because it depends on how many people are getting in that pool as well. So, and that can fluctuate in a matter of minutes based on, if somebody buys, 100 e-share off the market and puts that in the single staking pool, obviously that will dilute the APR, immediately. So it's all again variable. But even at the lowest,
2 minutes.
Yep, thanks, Bull. Thank you. Yeah. So we are not going to be doing the detonator rollover. That's a 2-minute warning on detonator. Make sure you compound. There's been some great opportunities to snipe lately. So if you're sleeping on sniping, don't do that. You can severely increase your bag by winning a snipe in Detonator or Reactor or any of the Detonator as a service contracts. So yeah, thanks for the reminder, Bull. And yeah, as I was saying, even at the lowest common denominator of what the APRs are, they're still amazing. I mean, it is one of the best pools in our entire ecosystem. So again, if you have eShare, put them in there. If you don't have eShare, you could pick some up off the market. We're at historical lows on eShare. Be a great time to accumulate and earn massively because, as we've said all along, when we do finally recover, the markets overall are a lot more healthy. New income is coming in, both in form of revenue streams that we are building and have built, and just new investors. We could see PEG recover and therefore eShare truly skyrocket. So again, I don't like to comment on actual price predictions, but I think anybody with a brain can see the potential on eShare, and that now is the time to accumulate. So, and then again, speaking about revenue streams, I did want to give a quick update on Splinterland. So I know that some of you are getting very involved in Splinterland. Some of you don't really care, but I am going to talk about it on the AMAs because they've been an amazing partner. We're continuing to get involved in their ecosystem. Unfortunately, again, just like all of us here, they were hit pretty heavily in this bear market as well, and they had a recent announcement that they laid off about half of their staff. So they still have about a 2-year runway on development. And really, in my mind, Splinterlands is one of the largest DeFi or crypto companies, period. I mean, they were spending about $1 million a month on their staff. They had over 100 developers and creatives working for them. So I think it was good for them to kind of cut the fat, so to speak. I mean, obviously, we never want to hear people losing their jobs or, especially right before the holidays. But again, from a business perspective, I think it was a really good move for Splinterlands, and that will allow them to be even more profitable moving forward. And when we do recover, I'm sure they'll be hiring a lot of those people back. But I bring all that up because it's an amazing time to accumulate Splinterland's assets. So we do have an account. It's called EMP-Money. It's all on chain. You can track it. That is the protocol owned account. And with referral rewards and money that we've been funneling over there, we have about $4,000 of Splinterland's assets that we're renting out and earning from as we speak. So we're really scaling that up. It's producing about a 60% APR, which is really killer, especially with the depressed prices. And as that grows, it will earn DEC, which is dark energy crystals. That is the currency in Splinterlands, and then we'll be able to sell that DEC to buy and burn EMP forever. So again, $4,000 and the yield doesn't sound like a lot right now, but as we continue to scale that as an additional revenue stream, it could be very bullish over the next year. And I mean, again, I invested in Splinterlands about 3 years ago, and did almost a 100x on my investment. So I think it could have the same potential. They still don't have a Binance listing. A lot of people don't even know about it, but they're leaps and bounds ahead of most play-to-earn games. So, Bull, anything you want to add to that? Or I know Joe, PV Trader, he's been getting really involved in their ecosystem. He always has some good things to say, but I don't know if he's available today.
Oh, he's available. I see him. He's here. Yeah, no, it's things are going good there. I learn a little bit more every week, and it's nice to be able to focus on EMP, but have the Splex services run everything for you. Talk about beautiful infinite money loop with your EMP, and also just hands off, residual income. I just go in and collect my rewards every once in a while, but even that you can set on automated sweeping your rewards. So what happens is you get rewarded, like you said, in DEC, you get rewarded in Splinter Shards, and you also get free cards. And every once in a while, you get some really desirable cards. And I just send those right over to my rental portfolio. So I just keep stacking that without having to buy new cards. But talking to Berlage, I said, okay, I'm pretty much built out on my decks. I have all the modern editions. So now I'm just working on some promotional cards and some of the older decks just to get, stronger in the battles, because I have moved up quite a bit.
Totally.
But really what's nice is, like you said, AJ, you did 100X. You can buy these cards that are in circulation, especially the summoners. Those are the main cards that really kind of dictate the battle, when you buy the other monsters. I know that's probably foreign to a lot of you, but basically the summoner's in charge. You have to have one summoner for every battle. And so that becomes very desirable, especially some of the more powerful summoners. So if you get them now when they're in circulation, and you just put them in the rental, you can earn some income there. And then later when they, do a 20X or more,
then you sell them. So talking about amazing opportunity where it's just like rental property, you're getting that monthly rent, and in this case, daily rent. And then, you know, when it comes time, when they appreciate, you sell them and you get profit, and you take that DEC and you can reinvest it or you can cash out. So yeah, it's a nice short-term and long-term play. There's so many ways to strategize in Splinterland. So yeah, it's a great partnership.
I love it, Joe. Yeah, man, no doubt. And I know, you know, I think you're a great example. That's why I love it when you jump on. Like you know, you never thought you'd be into a trading card game, but you made that example of it being a rental property. I mean, that is it. Like you may not think you like Pokemon or Magic the Gathering or trading card games, but if it's a moneymaker, we all like making money. So yeah, it is worth the undertaking of learning the ecosystem. There are a ton of resources that automate your again, whether you're renting your cards or battling. That there's also an automated service for actually battling as well. So it really, you know, can be as uninvolved or hands off as you would like it to be. And, you know, obviously, the more active you are, you may be able to squeeze out a little more profit. But if you don't have the time, then you can still earn. And yeah, I mean, I've had major success in commercial real estate, but I can tell you, you know, these cards are not gonna call you at 2 in the morning and tell you that their toilet is backed up. So that's another great thing about crypto in general. I mean, we don't know how good we have it here. I mean, again, utilizing these different protocols to be able to yield with minimal effort and overhead is just absolutely incredible. And that's the power of DeFi and why we're all here, you know? So, all right, awesome. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate the update on Splinterlands again. And if all this was a foreign language to you, and you're like, what the hell are these guys talking about? We have a whole new Academy section that specifically talks about Splinterlands and how to utilize the EMP ecosystem to earn in Splinterland. So it is part of our online course, completely free. It's about an hour worth of videos. And once you complete those videos, you get a separate certification. And we'll be airdropping, or I don't really like to use the word airdropping, but we will be rewarding you some free cards, some free packs, and even a Rooney, which is Splinterland's Ethereum-based NFT. We'll be giving one of those away later this month. So again, anybody that completes the Splinterlands portion of our academy will be eligible for that giveaway. So make sure you take the class, even if you may not be interested. It may be, you know, just something fun to learn, and it may pique your interest. You know, learning how to earn from Splinterlands, and it's an amazing way to spend your EMP without hurting the protocol whatsoever. And that is the true beauty of the partnership. Is, you know, it's a way everybody can earn while still being extremely beneficial to the protocol and peg. And when we say don't sell EMP, you know, this is a way to sell EMP and not hurt the protocol, because you're able to use it as a payment method in Splinterlands. So, and we have an agreement with them that they not only accumulate EMP, but then we're able to buy it back from them treasury to treasury. So go ahead, Joe, you want to add to that?
Yeah, I do like the rental analogy, because it really is like that. You're buying an asset and you're earning off of it because other people can rent your cards. And you have the price appreciation over time. And it's just like real estate. If you buy the right ones, they can go really high in value. I mean, there is waterfront type property here, and those are, you know, the high demand summoner cards and some of the monsters. And, you know, I used to do a lot of real estate when I lived up north. I managed up to 80 units, actually more than that, but 80 properties, and a lot of them were multifamilies. And we would buy these distressed properties anywhere from, I think the lowest we got was 20,000. I'm sure you can imagine how nice that one was, and upwards of probably 150 to 200,000 for some of the bigger 6 to 8 units. And we would rehab them and then we would rent them. I mean, it was a lot of work, a lot of stress. We had a huge build out crew to do everything. We didn't outsource it. We actually hired guys in-house. We had an in-house staff to handle, all the rental management and complaints and toilets. We had attorney on retainer that used to go to court every month to handle these things. We used to rotate our guys to plunge those toilets. They would all take the phone to be 24 hours a day because stuff happens at the most inconvenient times.
Totally.
But just going back to buying the rental properties, I mean, I'm sure AJ, you're with commercial is a lot more, but even residential, I mean, you're not going to find a lot of properties under 50,000. And this was going back like 10 years ago. So today, I mean, you're looking at 100,000, 80,000 for, to get a low end property that you have to put some money in. This is a way to get into the rental business and owning assets, property, but you can buy one penny's worth or less, 1/10 of a penny or the price of some of these cards. So, it's not a big whales game. You can use your EMP, get in for only a few bucks and just keep adding to your portfolio. Right now, I mean, I started off with, $1,000 and right now I'm up to about 60,000. I'd be lucky if I could buy one property for 60. So this is a way for you to get in that business, using your EMP, earning on it, getting the appreciation at a low overhead cost. I think it's an amazing opportunity.
Yeah, no doubt, Joe. And while you were talking, I just pulled up my account to give some numbers to what Joe was saying. So the one that comes to mind is the Archmage Arius. That card in Splinterlands right now is selling for $33,000. There's only one actually on the market at the moment. And I remember when I won that card just by playing, Splinterlands. So that just goes to show you, what Joe says about price appreciation. Some of these cards you can even get for free by playing the game. And there's gold editions, which are even more rare. So there is so much value in it for those that take the time to learn. And again, I mean, what drew us and me into Splinterlands to begin with is not only is it a really fun game to play, but they put just as much effort into the gameplay that they do their economy. And that is so, so important because 90% or more of these play to earn games, they do not get both of those right. It's really a fun game to play, or the economy is shit, or the economy is awesome, but it's just a bunch of, dots on a screen. So, they have the best of both worlds, and it's really promising for sure.
Yeah, AJ, that's one card I want, but I'm not paying that much.
Yeah, I bet, Joe. No doubt, brother.
So what I did was I bought a Byzantine Kitty. That's a really powerful card.
Yes, totally.
And that's probably going to be Bull's favorite card. If I become the Splinterland millionaire, I think I might buy Bull one of those just for what a good guy he is.
Totally.
But I bought that card a little over a month ago, I want to say, and it was painful because I paid $2,500 to get a level 4, which is the highest level you can get.
Yep.
And I had to buy it like 1-2 cards at a time, and it takes 11 cards to reach the highest level, which is level 4. But anyways, right now I'm looking at the marketplace. The cheapest one right now is $4,200. So I bought it for $25,000, and that was 6 weeks ago.
I love it. There you go, Joe. Again, real world examples of what we're saying. And that's with card prices being, severely depressed at the moment. I think at the high, those Byzantine kitties were going for like 8,000 to 10,000 a piece when things were really cranking. So yeah, and again, I mean, you can actually buy packs right now with your EMP and have a chance to pull one of those cards. Through the pack as well. Again, most of them you have to get on the secondary market. Again, those packs are out of circulation now, but and that's to Joe's point as well. There is only so many cards in circulation. So just like with real estate, if you're able to get a good location you know, and the better the location, the better they rent for as well. So the better the card, the better they rent for. So, all right, awesome. Well, that was a good deep dive into Splinterlands. And yeah, if anybody has further questions about that, again, please take our Splinterlands Academy in our overall academy. So, all right, awesome. Speaking of NFTs, I did want to clarify something. We've been getting this question a lot with the minting of the NFTs. So there has been some questions of whether the rarities were actually random on the NFT series, and I just want to address it through an AMA. So if anybody has a question, they can listen to the explanation. But yes, I mean, of course, you know, everything that we do is done in full transparency. There is no ulterior motive. And let me just explain how everything happened, and then you can make a determination for yourself. So the actual mint of our NFTs and the artwork was done through MDB. Again, they were our partner on the Sentinel Squadron, and they handled the minting of the NFTs as well as helping us with the artwork. Obviously, you know, I was the art director, Bull in LA, and the rest of the team all had input on that. You know, we came to an agreement. Everything was great, but it was done through a third party. So we didn't even, we did that on purpose because we didn't want to have, you know, the ability to determine what number mint correlated to what traits. So the only person that knew that was the artwork team. And even then, it was still done with random elements based on the traits. I mean, we did set forth different rarities. I know I said publicly that a lot of the lightning and different backgrounds have higher rarity than others, but you have to realize that we also didn't know if the entire mint was going to sell out in the first place. So, you know, we may have gotten in a situation where, you know, something that was a little more common, say a pickle, for example, if we would not have minted out the entire NFT series, and maybe only one or two pickles were ever minted through the traits, then those would be the most rare things as far as traits. So it also had to do with the amount that we minted. You know, we obviously fully minted out, which was amazing. But going into that, we had no idea that we would, and so that's why, you know, it may seem like the more rare traits were minted at the very end of the mint, but that was absolutely out of our control, and you know, not even something that we could have determined ahead of time, even if we wanted to, because again, we weren't certain that we would even mint the entire series. So hopefully that helps clear it up. Bull or Ella, anything you want to add to that clarification? Sometimes I'm not good at verbalizing, but yeah, go ahead.
Well, a couple more things to add to that. It was a third party, like Rarity Sniper, that actually determined the rarities of the NFTs. I mean, I was in the conversation with them, with AJ, like when we hired them to do this and everything, and we didn't tell them what to choose as the highest rarity things or what to choose as the lowest rarity things. They
Right. It
told
was,
us,
yeah, it was based
they
on
told us the
what
price to
was
hire them.
minted.
We
Exactly.
sent them, we paid them. They told us, how long it would take. We said, okay, great. We talked about the marketing plan when it was finished. We unrolled it. And that's when we found out, what was rare and what was less rare. And secondly, I just want to say I was talking to AJ about this on the phone before the AMA started. Obviously, you guys know that the Treasury bought some NFTs because we're giving them away in these giveaways and stuff. The last window was actually the window when the Treasury bought the least out of any
Totally.
of the windows. So, I mean, if we had have known anything, don't you think if there was some ulterior motive that we would have bought more during that period? I mean, so it's just not, it's not nice to spread lies I mean, AJ's too nice to say that, but it's just not nice to spread lies.
Yeah, no doubt, LA. Again, I appreciate you saying that. Again, I try to be the political, or what do they say, politically correct all the time, and sometimes that's to a fault, unless you get me really fired up. But yeah, no, absolutely. LA is 100% correct. I mean, the rarity sniper rankings were based on, what traits actually ended up getting minted. So, and again, I mean, that is something that was totally out of our control. And to further LA's point, yes, I mean, obviously, it was stated from day one that, the Treasury used funds to buy some NFTs. That was always part of the plan, to be able to give away NFTs, or even accumulate. I mean, even now, we've been buying NFTs off the secondary market, sweeping the floor. So the Treasury will always have, NFTs of our own. But yeah, like LA said, I mean, if we knew the rarities and we knew we were going to sell out, then we would have just bought everything at the very end. And now we have not only all the NFTs, but now we have the most rare NFTs as well. And obviously, that wasn't the case. So again, I think it's just crypto culture. Everybody tries to point the finger and uncover, conspiracy theories. But again, I mean, and really also, like, no matter what, the NFTs yield the same. So it really just makes no sense that this is even, a quote unquote, problem, because if you have an NFT, you're earning the same as the next guy. So I mean, obviously there's intrinsic value on the rare ones, and moving along, we may have more use case for the rarer your NFTs are, but all that is coming later on. So yeah, just human nature. And again, not to further the argument. We just wanted to make a public statement on all that, and anybody that brings it up moving forward, just send them this AMA, and we're happy to let it to rest. So all right, awesome. Bull or LA, anything else in regards to that?
I think you guys nailed it. I'll just put a little ribbon on it. It's, people always have a tendency to think the grass is always greener somewhere else. Like a lot of times people know about that vacation spot where they went a lot more than the place where they actually live. And I always find that a bit bizarre, right? Like, wouldn't you want to know like everything about like where you live? Because wouldn't that grant you like better mobility to move around and find the best places to eat and the best people to talk to? And you're just going to find out like, and you have access, like you're there all the time. And it's not, I'm not saying don't get excited about like a vacation, but, learn about what you have, be thankful for the things that you have. Don't go running around, looking for a really nice yard to have a picnic in when like you have the best yard in the neighborhood. So people, like you said, it's crypto culture to point fingers like that. But, truly like it was an art department, like and all those, like, it's not even on MDB, right? Like it's another person that they have do the art, and MDB, set up the code for like the launch, and, we advertised and marketed together. And, like you guys both pointed out at the end, if it would have minted out, if it wouldn't have minted out, the rarities would be completely different.
Totally.
And who knows what, I'm sure Rarity Sniper would go back and tell you what it would be if, only 1,000 sold, but, they all sold out, and it just so happened that at the end, those particular ones were there. But for people that don't know, like when you create an NFT, that's done like programmatically. And so it's the randomness is determined by, by an algorithm. And so there's never like nefarious intent. And that's why, like, sometimes it's nice to answer the question, but like, it's hard to convince sometimes when people, maybe exercise like a conversation in bad faith. But like I always want to be like grateful for the things like that we have here, and where and sorry to go on a rant here, but if I look at the stats that we talked about earlier, the exposure to ETH being the best earning and BNB the best earning, and the NFTs, like you didn't get some lightning and you got a pickle, or you got a phoenix head, you're still earning the same. And aside from maybe having a legendary and flipping it, and I don't know if anybody's actually even flipped one of those, or they're just holding them for the benefit. And I think people need to focus more on what you have and utilize the things that you have, instead of developing like ideas that somebody is out there to screw you. Because ultimately, if somebody is out there to screw you, they have to spend time out there doing that to screw you, and then that's just screwing themselves over. So there's that great expression: if you have to hold a man down, you have to stay there with him. And to me, that just doesn't make any sense, because I think everything here has always been positive, productive, and trying to help everybody in every regard be successful. Because at the end of the day, we're all part of this ecosystem. We're all owners of the ecosystem. We all want to earn, and we all want to earn more. And so, to try to, say, oh, well, that person got a pickle and I got a phoenix head, or whatever the case is, like that's silly. Like, but at the end of the day, you're both earning the same thing, right? Yep. Okay, cool. Then let's be productive and move forward. And that's not to say, like, there's a secondary market. If I've seen plenty of people buy, NFTs like on the cheap, because somebody either mislisted it, or that, it just sat there and somebody might not have been interested. And they're like, okay, cool, I'll get it. And then turns out, they kind of found, a diamond in the rough. But it's about awareness. It's so much easier to say somebody screwed me than to actually do the work, to actually build your bags, instead of relying on, creating some type of nefarious message of why you failed. And ultimately, people fail because, it's on them. Your life is in your hands to do with what you see fit. So spend it doing good things, or spend it doing bad things. It's up to you.
I love it. Yeah, no doubt, Bull. So yeah, go ahead, LA. Yeah.
I was just gonna say that, yeah, absolutely awesome what you just said, and just to add to that, like, this is just one more example that we are never going to be afraid to have the tough conversations. So never be afraid to speak up and ask anything that's on your mind. Always ask the questions, because we will love to answer them to ease your mind if you do have any questions or worries. But that being said, once they have been answered, because we always are so willing to be so transparent and so honest and so upfront, trust that if we're willing to answer those questions, we are answering honestly. And if you've heard the answer once, please, be satisfied with that, because we really are trying our best here to be transparent and always answer those questions.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, no, great point, LA. Again, I know it can come across as, frustrating when we have to address the same thing over and over and over again. And again, like LA's point, we're never ever there's never been a question that we don't answer and address fully head on, So again, it's just about that mutual respect of, if it is answered, then take that as, our official comment on the situation. And I do, again, to play devil's advocate, like, I get it. Like, a lot of people have been screwed in DeFi. It's healthy to ask questions, but make sure that you're asking the right questions. Because like Bill said, I mean, at the end of the day, we're all earning the same in regards to the NFT. So nobody is, like, taking advantage of anybody. We're just all here to help the protocol move forward. So all right, awesome. Thank you guys for again backing all that up and giving a full description and timeline of how everything went down and how it all worked out. So all right, there was one more thing too. Oh, in regards of full transparency, yeah, I mean, we mentioned this in an AMA yesterday. We are still in the midst of a Paladin audit. Not only are they verifying all the detonator code, but they're, looking into all our dealings as a protocol. So that should be out shortly. Again, unfortunately, through everything that we can't control, we rely on other people. We can't really give, exact time frames or deadlines unless it's, something we're doing internally. But hopefully sooner than later, again, it is being worked on. And I had two meetings today. One, actually three. Two would be with, again, potential partnerships, both inside and outside of Detonator as a service, and another potential partnership that will also put everybody's mind at ease on that transparency front. So again, I'm not ready to spill the beans, but I think a lot of you that are in our little DeFi bubble can put two and two together. And we even talked about some alpha yesterday. Bull was dropping a bunch of Easter eggs at the end of that, so definitely go look. Again, Detonator as a service has the potential to really scale what we're doing. I mean, we have to get through the end of the year. We have, again, a lot of marketing plans that we're working on. We're launching our own Detonator NFT as well, which is, again, similar to the Sentinel Squadron, only instead of earning eShare and MDB, you'll now be earning, EMP and ETH. So that is something we're putting together as well. I know somebody had a question about that, about are we doing an auction on those? So probably not, but we do have an option that will be something for our community members on maybe a package deal, because these NFTs are going to be very, very different in terms of artwork. So we don't want to spill the beans on that either, but they will be super duper collectible, just like Pokemon cards. You gotta have them all. So yeah, we're excited.
There might
Yeah,
actually there might actually be two different types of package deals.
there you go,
One
LA.
that I
I love it. You're
one that I
giving more
might not have
alpha.
actually
Yeah.
even fully filled you in on yet.
I love it. Yeah, yeah, no doubt. We all have our own little niches. LA's been handling a lot of the artwork on this round, and then I'm gonna be putting my final touches on the artwork towards the end. So I know a lot of you, that know my background. I'm a digital artist by background, and I've just been so busy running the protocol, I haven't had time to do the art. But I am gonna be putting a little bit of a spin on this art as well. So those of you that were wanting something that I had my literal hand in, this is a good opportunity for you as well. But yeah, LA's been coming up with a bunch of creative marketing ideas around these NFTs. So there you go, LA. I love it when you drop alpha that I don't even know about. So there you go. Yeah. All right, cool. So yeah, everybody, we'll update you on that. I know, with the holidays and spending money, we're trying to give everybody a bit of a break, but you're definitely gonna want to be getting these NFTs when they launch. And again, the APR should be very comparable, if not better, than what we're seeing now. So, all right, awesome. I know, again, this is going to be a little bit of a shorter AMA. If there's anybody that has further questions, let me know. I do see one question. Was there any outreach from Phantom? So no, we have one protocol on Phantom that we've been talking to as far as Detonator as a service. But as of right now, it's BNB Chain and Avalanche. So, but yeah, if you have a project on Phantom, we'd love to hear from you. Again, I think the one project on Phantom, you guys again can fill in the blanks. We've been major supporters of them anyway. But yeah, other than that, anybody interested in Detonator as a service, please reach out. That is still on the roadmap, and we're continuing to roll them out. It's just we have a very tight development schedule, and right now, we have other things in the pipeline before we release the new Detonator partner. So. All right. What else? Oh, so yeah, we didn't get to our giveaway yesterday. So we're gonna be giving two winners today in terms of the eShare pool. So again, for those of you that are in the single staking eShare pool, anybody that has deposited is eligible for an NFT as well. So we'll be doing 2 at random today. We give 1 away every day. We forgot or we missed out yesterday, so we'll do 2 today. And with that, we will be postponing any other giveaways. So I know we usually do the eShare BNB giveaway for everybody that completed the Academy, but we're already giving away over $300 in terms of the NFT. So we're only going to do 1 major giveaway a day. So just to clarify all that, but the eShare ETH, I'm sorry, the eShare BNB LP giveaway will resume after this next few days of giving away the NFTs. And we again have a lot of other giveaways. We're gonna start giving away cards, packs, and a Rooney on anybody that completes the Splinterlands course. So that giveaway will start at the end of the month, and then we'll probably be doing maybe packs once a week on those again, just to give everybody time to actually finish the course. So LA, do you want to go ahead and pull the winners or anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, I did it while you were talking earlier. So
Perfect.
we got them loaded up. So we've got 2 winners tonight. And so the first one, the wallet ends in F8708C. F8708C. I feel like a bingo director
Yeah,
person.
no, that's it. You're the new game show host. All right, go ahead. Yeah, there you go.
And the second one ends in 36A516. 36A516. So I'll get those posted in a few minutes. Congratulations, guys.
Perfect. Yep, and we will be sending those NFTs right to your address. So, don't respond to any DMs, don't connect to claim, don't do any airdrops. They'll be sent to you directly. So yeah, congrats everybody. And again, in the interest of full transparency, we look at the on-chain data of all the wallets that have submitted to that pool, and we have a random number generator that picks, out of that list. So that's how we're determining the winners. And again, usually we have it done on stream as well through the Academy, but this is just a short-term giveaway, and just to clarify. So, all right, awesome. I think that was it then. I don't see any other questions. Bull or LA, was there anything else that you guys were addressing today that we should address on the AMA, or I think that was about it.
Nope, you killed it.
All right, man. Yeah, I know Bull's always in the chat, and shout out to Stinky Beans and all the army that always puts in the work answering questions and addressing everything. So if you do have questions that we don't get to, then for sure reach back out to us through either the Discord or Telegram, or leave a comment on the YouTube videos. We'll go back through and answer questions that way as well. So again, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube. We're getting a lot of awesome engagement over on YouTube, and we are monetized. So again, $5-10 a day from ad revenue, that adds up. The more we grow our channel, and all of that will be used to buy and burn EMP. And we are working on better accounting systems. That was part of my meeting today, to be able to report not only what treasury funds we have, but also what our revenue streams are, what we're spending, and all that. And again, obviously, some of that we have to keep private, just from an exploit perspective, or potential security risk. But it's really important to us that we continue to be as transparent as possible. So, all right, awesome. Thanks, everybody. Bull, LA, anything you want to say before we wrap it up?
Good night.
All right.
That's all. Have a
That,
great night
that,
or day.
I love it. That's all, folks. We're in LA. Yeah, totally. All right. Awesome, guys. Well, thanks again. And yep, we'll see you here, same time, same place tomorrow. So good night. Good day. We'll see you tomorrow.